So let's jump into the game that we played last week, the battle rap game, and we have it a little bit more polished this time. Hopefully, not as many technical difficulties. So here we go. I'm going to solo the screen, and then we're going to get this show on the road. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Battle Rap Game Show. Everything good, where we talk to battle rappers about the hot topics in the culture today. Joining us tonight will be a battle rapper from Kansas City, Missouri, one of the best in the Midwest. He is known as that white boy by Averb, and also by Averb, the guy who stole his name. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Averb.
Sorry, Verb. I apologize, Averb. I'm a thief.
All right. So shout out to you. Thank you for joining us tonight, sir. So we got a couple of things on the docket that we want to talk about. We're going to start first off in the world of RBE. ARP and the Brick by Brick brand just released the second of their 10 battles from their card, Divide and Conquer, Ill Will versus King Los. Before that, they released the battle Mook versus Big K. So, sir, I'm going to ask you to react to those two announcements from the esteemed platform RBE.
Boom. Murder Mook versus Big K. Very, very, very dope matchup. I think it's exciting. I definitely think, with Big K's performance in his last battle, that if he can perform like that again, this can make for a very, very, very incredible battle. I do also feel like that it is a prisoner of the moment type of jump from Big K. We know Big K is held in high regards for a lot of people. But, after one battle, after, to me, a couple years of mediocrity, I did kind of find it as a surprise that all of a sudden he would be battling Murder Mook. But we also know Murder Mook is a strategist, and, he's tactical on who he will take. So it could have been something in the regards of Murder Mook saying, no, I'll take that battle, and that's one of the only battles I'll take, rather than, RBE opening up their checkbook and saying, like, we're going to do whatever we can to get Big K this, So I'm not mad at that matchup. Excited to see what it's going to be like. Hopefully I assume that the round limits are going to be, 3 to 3:30. And, we saw what Big K can do when he raps 5-minute rounds. So hopefully, he, does his thing and prepares just like he did his last battle. And excited to watch Mook come back. Always excited to see Mook come back. So ain't nothing wrong with that. So I think that's a dope.
All right, cool. All right, so we appreciate your takes on that. I think there have been some consternation from fans of these are random matchups. Like, why these four gentlemen, right, in these two?
I didn't even talk about the other one yet, though. I was gonna go with Mook and then switch it over to the other one. So.
Oh well, you know what? I'll give you a minute and 30 seconds. Ill Will, King Los. I got the buzzer ready. If you go over time, I'm gonna call time on you.
Ill Will stole my battle, and I'm not happy about it. That's what I feel about this one. I really wanted to battle King Los. We went back and forth on Angry Fan. He said I was a battle that he would definitely take. I don't know what kind of I don't know if King Los is the type of guy that battles back to back multiple times a year, different things like that. So it's really kind of a wait and see game for me. Ill Will deserves every battle he gets. He's a professional. He's one of the best in the world. But this one to me came completely out of nowhere. Did not expect it, did not anticipate it. And selfishly, kind of looking at it like, damn, but these battles can make for great battles. There's been events before where we just saw things like you kind of throw it to the wall, see if it sticks, and they turned out to be great battles, So four professional guys, four guys that at their highest level are very talented, could definitely be two very, very good battles that they've thrown together for Divide and Conquer too. So shout out to ARP, shout out to RBE.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure the pay-per-view is going to be on rapgrid.com. Make sure you get it. I don't know if they're going to jump that price like what happened on Chrome 23, but make sure if it's available, go get it as soon as possible.
There's only 2 announcements so far, so you never know. They might that joint might be $100 pay-per-view.
Shout out to RBE. Shout out to Lauren. Shout out to ARP, the whole team over there. Oh, there's the timer. All right, so now let's jump into URL. URL had their Kings versus Queens 4 event this weekend on live on Caffeine. Only if you paid the $25, although I'm not gonna shout out Bootleg Gang. I know Bootleg Gang exists, but I'm not gonna shout you out. But let's start. Let's start from bottom to top on that card. Let's start with the first matchup of the night: Shuni versus Suge. What was your reaction to that battle?
Cue the flashback edit. This is where you jump into last time's game show where I said Shuni is in a same position that an A Ward was in just a few weeks ago, in the fact that she lost a big battle and she needs a bounce back battle 3 weeks later. This is my upset pick of the night. I'm taking Shuni the Rapper 2-1 edge over Shotgun Shook, which was definitely the biggest upset of the night. And what I had was Shuni as performance of the night. Out of all the battlers, I gave it to Shuni. She came in there, she executed, she was poised, she had nice material. Suge was a little sloppy, his delivery was a little off, he was a little frustrated and didn't have his nice material, and Shuni cleared him. I think that's what we saw. And a great bounce back battle for Shuni, considering we were there live to see her versus Hustle, and it didn't go as planned. So very proud of her. Glad that she, got busy and took out a vet like Suge.
All right, cool. Yeah, it was definitely caught me by surprise. I think I had Suge. I had, just disclaimer, I had all the men winning except for one battle in particular that we'll get to it a little bit later. But yeah, like yeah. I got Shoni pretty clear off first watch. I haven't had a chance to watch it back. All right. So the second battle on the card was. Shucks, I'm blanking. It was when Coffee
DNA and KCJ, right?
DNA KCJ. Yeah, DNA KCJ. So you got a minute 30 seconds on the clock. DNA versus KCJ. Go.
DNA and KCJ. I thought it was a good battle. I thought DNA's first round was rivaled round of the night. For the most part. Obviously, as a rebuttaler and freestyler, love seeing DNA turn a highly embarrassing moment into a haymaker. He is one of the few people in battle rap that can do that. So if you didn't see, I guess he slipped on some water. He does. It was a bad look, but like DNA, comes back up, freestyles about it, drops the building. I thought KCJ was good at times. But I had DNA clearly winning that battle and thought he had a good performance. I wouldn't say a great performance, great first round. The second and third round tailed off a little bit, but I thought DNA had a good performance against KCJ, who is known for her opponents that are normally males forgetting their lines. And I think I said this as well, if we want to do a flashback, that DNA was not going to choke, and he probably was going to have a bar that spun off the idea that he did. So I really was in my bag last time on the game show.
Yeah. So yes, I agree. DNA had a really good performance. I thought KCJ's performance was good as well. I think for me, DNA might have been my male performer of the night. I think Shuni was my female performer of the night on the Queen side. I think it's close between him and Twerk. We're going to talk about that in just a second. As a matter of fact,
yep.
We'll go ahead and segue into that battle, Twerk versus Coffee. Coffee's return to the stage, first main stage battle. I did not know that until it was brought up during the event. But how do you call Twerk versus KCJ? I'm sorry, Twerk versus Coffee, excuse me.
This is there's two ways to look at this battle. Now, most battle rap fans will say, no, there's only one way to look at a battle. And if that's how you believe, that you have to go round by round, first round, second round, third round, that's the only way you can look at a battle. I hate to tell you guys this, but this battle is very debatable if you look at it that way. Twerk comes out, round of the night. First round, took him a little while to get into it, but my goodness, the last 6 or 8 bars of the first round, haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. Coffee's first round, she doesn't even catch the coin. It falls on the ground. Her earring falls out. She's trying to give her belt to somebody. It's like a case of like, oh, this is my first main stage battle. It's almost like the nerves. The delivery was all off. Twerk smokes her in the first round. Second round is a close round. Coffee's best round of the night. Very slick lines, nice wordplay, a lot of stuff. She's got the crowd back. And Twerk has a round that's not as good as his first, but a good round. It's a debatable round to me. I personally might edge Twerk just based off I like his delivery and, some of the way he writes things better, but it's a debatable round. Third round, Coffee comes out. She does exactly what she does. She has a little bit, a good round, better than her first, but not great. Twerk comes out. He raps for 90 seconds. Now, he says, the crowd wants me to stop. I'm going to stop. The crowd doesn't really mean stop. The crowd's not sitting there like, no, we don't want to hear the best twerk bars of all time. Stop. That's not what that means literally. So that's on twerk. Like, you got to keep rapping. He raps 90 seconds. Coffee has a full round. I give Coffee the round off of judge and battle rap off round by round like that. Coffee gets the third to me because twerk raps 90 seconds.
Time. I gave you a little bit extra grace there. I gave you probably a 30-second grace period on top of
Thank
that
you.
130.
Thank you.
But so I'm gonna twerks first. If I quit, if you haven't seen Creed, right? Just think about any movie in the Rocky series, right? It starts off like this. Twerk comes out, couple of nice little jabs, kind of setting the tone. Then he hits that forward focus bar, which Twerk, listen, I'm a big guy. You're not getting no forward focus. Anyway,
It's like Shaq in the Buick commercials. It's like, come on.
exactly. But he hits the forward focus bar, and then it was bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. The 3 hours ahead,
Bar at night.
sun
Yep.
still up and count. Oh my God.
The
Like
Brown versus the Board of
crazy,
Education. Crazy.
crazy,
They get
crazy. I mean,
comfortable. Crazy. Yeah.
he just had bomb. And it's like from that point on, it was Rocky movies. It is just faces just going back and forth from
If you
punches
can
just
KO
getting hit
somebody in the
over
first
and over
round,
again.
she's done. The match is over. If in
Yeah,
battle rap you can KO somebody in the first round, that match is over. Twerk wins.
yeah. So yeah, I got Twerk. I got him 2-1. I think he did enough to win the second. I think Coffee, it was kind of crazy. Like, I feel like Coffee had lines that were not getting enough reaction in her second. She had some really
Delivery
nice
based.
bars.
It's very delivery based.
And I do wonder, some of that is first time on the main stage,
Mm-hmm.
first time return right. She just had a baby, I believe. So congratulations to her. I believe she just had a baby. So I don't know if the fitness is there yet to being back in that setting. But I'm definitely interested in watching her continue to show improve and watching her get more plays. So shout out to y'all, man. Let's
Indeed.
jump into this next battle. Jazz and Charlie Clips. Here we go. You kick it off. Minute 30 seconds. It's on you.
I think this is also the one that we both predicted. We both predicted Jazz to win. If you flash back the last episode, I picked 3 males to win, 2 females to win. That's exactly what happened as far as app votes or caffeine votes was concerned. I thought Jazz came out strong in her first round. I thought she had a really good first round. And I think that basically Charlie Clips he was a very bad Charlie Clips. And I'm not going to sit here and like say that Jazz was bad, because whenever the energy is completely off with your opponent, and they're just that bad, it's hard for you to command that crowd and get them back into your next round and everything. People were coming to see charismatic, electric, aura, star power Clips, and they didn't get that at all. And so after her first really good round, boom, now all of a sudden she has to carry the energy of the crowd. And she didn't have material to carry it heavily like a Twerk could with I'm strapped in and get them all right back. She didn't, but I did think that she had, a C+B performance against a really bad Clips. And I thought she beat him clearly. The whole Black Jesus coming out and all those theatrics and stuff. When the crowd's not with you, it makes for just like it just doesn't hit the same way. Benji Lolo, he's not rapping very well. The stuff's not hitting. So yes, people say it's a very bad battle, not a good battle. But shout out to Jazz. She came 3 rounds prepared, and Clips didn't, and Jazz won clearly. So,
All right. I'm being generous with this timer. I'm gonna start calling time on you. You went a little bit
all
over there.
time, man.
I'm gonna start calling time. You better be
Last
have
four,
another
last four, last four, and in my slogan. Last point in my slogan.
Man, listen. I went back and watched at least the first round, and I've seen some people say, "Well, the crowd was not good. The crowd was good." And I'm going, "No, that's not true. It's absolutely not." The first round, they're reacting to Charlie's material. But I don't think Charlie is feeling like they're reacting like they should. And then he starts to fight the crowd. And once you start to fight the crowd, like, were you not one of the millions who watched Hitman and Easy? Clips? Like, do you not know, like, rookie mistake, like, you know not to fight the crowd. It's not going to go well for you. He tries to rebuttal the crowd. They don't like it. And from there, it was over. It was over and done. And my thing with Clips is my frustration with Clips, and his first round's not bad. It's also not good. And my frustration with Clips is, and I've been telling people that, you know, before you got into battle, before you got me into the culture completely, I was not a battle rap fan. I didn't watch. Clips was the first artist I binge watched. He battled T Rex. They went viral on my timeline. All my friends are talking about it who were into the culture. I watched the battle. Then I watched a best of and like two other high performances. And I don't remember the battles in particular, but Clips was the first battle rapper where I went, he's the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Before I'd even checked out anybody else. And so if for someone that I do hold in such high regard, to see him come out with 3 rounds of wild style, like it's just that just wasn't it, Chief. It wasn't it for me. I mean, you got 3 Letterman, you know, he done got to the Jamaican patois, he throwing a pin, he the blood clot. I mean, like he was speaking in tongues at one point. I don't know what he was saying on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sorely disappointing for me to see that type of performance. And he's got another battle coming up. Is it this weekend? He's got another battle lined up, I feel like, coming up. I don't know if he's on the King Bao event, but either way, like I don't know. Like I'm hoping the next time he steps up to the plate that we get a better Clips performance. Like you said, Jazz is just okay. And that's about all I have to say about that. So let's jump into the main event, the final battle of the night. Tay Rock versus Miss Hustle. Who you got?
This is admittedly the only battle I haven't seen all of yet. So I watched the first 2 rounds. And Miss Hustle, she put blood in the mouth of Tay Rock in that first round. You know, I thought Tay Rock, you know, he came out and he goes first, and he's just got a kind of average round, not any kind of vintage rock or anything like that. And Miss Hustle takes that first round. Tay Rock's second round was a rivals for like battle or round of the night. You know, he gets in his bag. So I haven't seen this thing in its full, and I think this is the most debatable battle. And I think this, because it's the most debatable battle, most people are calling this battle of the night. But I don't know. I haven't watched, you know, Hustle second and third yet. So I can't really call it like on what I had it, but I think it is a debatable battle.
So let me ask you this. Did you see some of the friendliness that went on during the battle?
Yes.
I don't know if you made it that far enough. Okay.
I felt like because they have so much history in like things and angles and different things that could have happened. I felt like that there probably could have been a conversation before that was just like, yo, like we're not really about to go out here and air all this dirty laundry and, you know, do all this kind of stuff. Like I felt like that could have, because it did seem a little more friendly than I anticipated. I thought it could get very messy very quick. And then another thing is Tay Rock's conversational ad libs are unparalleled. You know, like they really just are. You know, you thought she was going to a beach. You know, like just like Tay Rock. That's part of entertaining too. And Tay Rock is an entertainer, and he is a high level battle rapper. So once I watch it, I'll kind of let you know. I know that, like you said, Caffeine had Tay Rock edging it or winning it, and that gave the males 3 wins, the females 2. But I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, so I was not watching the battle. Like I had earbuds in and I was listening to it as I moved around the house. And the first time I heard "I love you," I had to stop and I had to stop. What did he just say?
Yeah.
Like what's happening? Like she's barking on you right now, and you like, and it wasn't just like, oh, I love it. Like, yeah, look how rock sometimes you give you the golf clap when something lands. It wasn't that. It was like, no, I love you. And I'm like, excuse me? And then I look again, and he's like, she's landing haymakers. She's like, it's me. And he's like blowing kisses. Like, I'm not going to recreate this on cam. You can go watch it on Caffeine. Go spend the 25. But he's like air kissing. And I'm like, bro, what's happening right now? Now, it does not bother me the way that it bothers most. But you're right. Like with the history that they had, that was very toxic. I'm glad to see that it got to a better place. I do kind of wish they would have saved that for the end of the battle. Not that I necessarily, because it feels like you're breaking the fourth wall a little bit, right? Like it's just like, we really hate each other, but not really. I love it. I will say though, the shock trauma setup from Tay Rock was perfect because he had already been telling me,
Mm,
I just want to.
it's not perfect.
You
It
don't
wasn't
think so?
perfect.
I'm just saying, but I'm saying in
Because
terms
the
of the
word
way it was.
fluid it does not exist.
Oh, come see, this is where you're not tapped in. All you know is Rocky Top and certain parts of battle rap. Flued out is in the hip hop lexicon. I forget who did it. I can't remember who did it, but she was talking about getting flued out. It's a part of the lexicon. It's there. It's there.
It
So
is
that's why
okay.
it's
Then
perfect.
I don't know
That's
that
why it's
viral
perfect.
moment or that lyric or whatever it must be, but I'll go back to
Listen,
the person that said it first and tell them "flued out" is wild.
and that's why it's a part of the lexicon because it
Okay.
was when she said, I can't remember who said it, and somebody's going to comments is going to connect me. Is going to say, hey, this is what it's from. But yes, that battle was nice, Mama Ward. It absolutely was. But like, but yeah, like when he set that up perfectly, and then
What
it's like
about
to
Smack at
shot
the
drama.
end, asking the crowd if they want some cake?
I mean, look, man, we got love for Smack. We got love for Smack. Smack gonna do what Smack gonna do, man. I say this too in closing. Thank God URL does not have an HR department because they would have been hollering at Smack at the end of the event. And I'm just gonna leave it at
Shout out to
that.
Tay Rock for his 50th URL battle. Now, I definitely is he the leading URL? Like, does he have the most battles on URL? Is that was that just celebrated because it was Tay Rock, or and I might have to hit up
I,
France. I don't know if somebody else has more URL battles than Tay Rock.
so that's a great question. I know not your favorite guys in the world, but I was watching the Bar Guys, shot the Black Compass Media with Cola and Polo. And they mentioned Suge having 54. So I don't know if that was just 54 battles total or 54 URL battles, but they mentioned him having 54. So I don't know. I think it's because Rock has been seen as the face,
Yeah,
right? He's been, and let me give Tay Rock his flowers. He's been one of the most consistent battle
indeed.
rappers. When I first got into the culture, and I asked you, give me a list of guys I need to check out, you were like Tay Rock, and at first I wasn't on the train, like I wasn't with it, but then like I think I watched. It was maybe him and Nitty and Hollow back to back, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it. And ever since then, like you have to like again, whether you think he won or lost, he's always going to give you three solid, consistent rounds. He's going to be the gun bar king. So shout out to Tay Rock, man. Congrats on 50. I know he said he's going to take a break. It's well earned, well deserved. Please enjoy that time off, man, and salute to you. Salute to you.
Indeed, indeed.
All right, man. Anything else you want to say about Kings versus Queens before we wrap it up?
Um, Definitely thought it was the weakest of the four. Unfortunately,
Mm.
it comes after they start charging. I know that's not what you really want is to start charging for pay-per-views and then have, like the weakest. I mean, we going into it, we thought it was a star-studded lineup, honestly. So it's not like you could predict that. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely thought it was the weakest. Once again, Shuni, I had her as performer of the night, with DNA a close second. Yeah, I'm just kind of excited to see if they have a Kings versus Queens 5. And then also, like there's matchups I think that are intergender that could end up on Gnome or Summer Madness that don't have to be a Kings versus Queens. And so kind of eager to see that as well. So hopefully these ladies will still get booked on, Lightworks and app events and, volumes and different things like that. And I'm definitely eager to see Loso and Miss Hustle on Bullpen here in 3 weeks. I think that's going to be
Ooh,
a very, very good intergender battle. So, you know,
absolutely.
yep.
Shout out to John and Bullpen. That card looks very, very nice. A lot of dope
Yep.
matchups on that card coming up. Make sure y'all grab the pay-per-view for that. Also coming up events, Create for You, I believe King Bow.
Yep.
That event is going down this
This
weekend,
weekend, yes.
right? So he'll be battling Daylight. I know Jazz and RX, Twerk, and T-Top.
Ace
I
Amin and
cannot remember.
Craig Lamar.
Ace, I mean Craig Lamar. So shout out to all those MCs on that card. Good luck to all of you. I will say this in closing, because we are in this era of pay-per-view, right? Like, please understand that when you spend your money, I get it. We all want stellar performances from these MCs, but we don't know everything that's going on around them in their personal life, what they've had to get to this moment.
Right.
So yes, we can critique bad performances. We can celebrate the great ones, But please understand that spending your $25, your $50, your $60, 65, whatever, does not entitle you to A+ performances. It's live entertainment. You get what you get that night. And if you like what you saw, please continue to celebrate, uplift those that you like. Continue to pour into these MCs, give them their flowers while they're here, man. Because Surf, he called in to thank you, Luke P. Said great podcast, enjoyed the recap. Thank you very much. Surf called into the spaces, man, and it hurts my heart, man, to see that man behind bars in that situation. No matter how you feel about Surf, he was battle rap energy, man. He brought that energy to the culture. And so we miss him, man. Free Surf. Hopefully things will turn in your favor and you'll be back with us once again. So to all the MCs on the King versus Queens card, all the MCs for the events coming up, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for what you provide, and good luck. So, man, that's been our show. Thank you, Ward, for sticking around. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Shout out to Danny Thompson. We'll thank him for joining us tonight. We will have him back as we go through the rest of the season into the playoffs. You can go check him out. He's a contributor at the 3pointconversion.com. His Substack is titled The Wonderful World of Data. I'll try to get links to those things, drop them into the YouTube so you guys can go check those out. And until next time, it's been a black
and white
thing, man. We will holler at y'all next week. I am award.com. I am awardmerch.com for all things award related. Remember, at Brains and Bars on the Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, IG, all that good stuff, man. Y'all have a good night.
Go Vols.